It just went crazy. I literally only had 161 subscribers when I posted this video. And today, I think I have 3,600 subscribers.
No! What?
And I'm actually about to receive my first paycheck from YouTube. Yesterday, I looked, it was $668 that
Oh
I've
my
gotten in.
God. What's it been like for you?
So my experience on YouTube has been amazing. I think what has happened, Arlan, is being a part of what I like to call the AAA way, the Arlan's All Access. I noticed that I observed everybody who was winning. I observed those who were going in, who comes to mind is like Giselle, and some of the others who were picking up on how to create their videos and do all the fancy stuff. And I have to be honest in admitting that some of that was, a little daunting and overwhelming for me. I was like, oh, I got to figure out how to do all this. And so I tried to just pick up on what people were doing. I tried to glean from the training in the classroom. And then I tried to figure out how to translate that into who I am, what I have to offer in the most practical and tangible way for me to do something now versus feeling like I needed to get a degree and all this and then do it. And I went on YouTube and I started creating these videos to start branding my coaching business. Even though I was doing that, I also wanted to bring my whole self to YouTube. Like there are lots of different parts of me, and I don't like feeling like I have to focus on one of them. And so I started creating these videos for the coaching stuff, and I didn't like them. I didn't like how they came across. And so it made me want to focus on how I wanted to show up. So I deleted a lot of things and just started over, took a break, just didn't deal with it. I prayed about it. Like I really did pray about it. And then, so my hair is named Liberty, and Liberty is kind of taken on a life of her own. And lots of people have asked me questions specifically about this hairstyle. Like, what is it? How do you do that? What does it look like in the back? And so I thought maybe I could do a tutorial about Liberty. And that seemed more fun and freeing and, a good way to engage back onto my channel. And so I did. And it kind of went viral a little. Like it started getting a lot of
Wow.
views right away. I think that video now it for sure has over 30,000 views on
That's
that
crazy.
first one. And so
The
it's
first, wait,
so,
wait, wait, wait. The very
okay,
first one you did
the
that
very
was
first
like
one,
that?
I did it on May 14th and it just went crazy.
Well,
Like it,
let's back up a little bit then, because
okay,
you've done a great job describing how you got there.
okay.
Your hair is called Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
Tabitha Brown calls her hair, has a name for
Donna.
her hair,
And that's
Donna.
where I got the inspiration years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, from
many
hearing
many
Tabitha.
black women name their hair, especially if it is. Well, what's your take on why you named your hair?
Well, I thought it was because my hair is different. I'm young. I'm 46 years young with white hair, and that's not normal. It's rare. And so when I thought about Tabitha naming her hair Donna, I thought my hair should totally have a name because it already had its own thing happening,
Yeah.
like online, on Facebook. Like some people are always attracted to my hair. If I go out my door right now, somebody's going to ask me something about my hair, and it's all
Yeah.
day, every day.
Yeah.
So I named it because of that. And when I thought about what to name it, I thought about the freedom in it. Most people like to be in denial about white hair. And I thought about not being that. I thought about allowing it to just be. And so hence liberty,
And
being
it
free.
has given you so much in return
It
for
has.
embracing it. It's beautiful and it's
Thank
regal and
you.
it's different and it makes me think of Wakanda. It makes me think
Yeah.
of just like a
Storm.
regalness to, yeah, Storm, of course, absolutely. So you post this, and I know
Hmm.
people are super curious. Okay, so you
Hmm.
post this video. How
Hmm.
long was the video?
This video was like 5 minutes and 51 seconds.
Wow. It's so a 6-minute video. What was it about?
Okay, so when it first comes on, it's like my hair is standing all over my head, and I'm about to tell them how I got my hair into this crown that you actually see right now. And so I walked them through play by play on what I did to get it, to where it is right now. I even show a video. There is a video in the video that pops up. I mean, a picture that pops up showing where it's going to end.
Oh, so you have that
Yes.
like kind of anticipation a little bit. Like, how does she go from
Right.
that to that?
Right.
What did you call the video? What's the
It's
title?
called Natural Hairstyle Made Easy.
And tell us about the thumbnail itself. What does it look like and what does it say, if anything?
So the thumbnail has a picture again of my hair, like kind of just combed out, all just standing all over my head, really. And then it has a picture right beside it of me looking like this with the crown already done. And then the text on the thumbnail says how to create an easy and natural hairstyle.
Wow. So it's intriguing, right? And it's going to appeal to a more broad audience. When you first posted it, were you
Mhm.
paying attention to the views at the very beginning or did you just post it and walk away?
I posted it and walked away, but I was anxious to go back and see, but probably in an hour or so, I went back and I saw that it was what I call dancing already. It was doing
So,
some dancing.
so it's like every time you refreshed it, you would see over and
Every
over.
single time I refreshed it, I would see. And I want to add too, Arlan, that I literally only had 161 subscribers when I posted this video.
Whoa. Whoa.
And yeah, and today I think I have 3,600 subscribers.
No. What?
Literally,
What? So are you
literally,
monetized?
I am monetized and I'm actually about to receive my first paycheck from YouTube. Yesterday I looked, it was $668 that
Oh
I've
my
gotten in.
God.
Like,
I'm
so
I'm
my,
so excited for you because this is the coolest part. No matter how
yeah.
much you make from now on, this will be the coolest part just because it's like, oh, actually I can get paid to post about my life, post about something natural. And this is only one way to get paid. If you think about you started off wanting to make this about your coaching and then
Uh-huh.
it turned into your hair. Do you do it as a hobby or do you do it for the monetization on YouTube alone? Or do you have an offer that comes from it somehow?
I've been really honest and upfront with my followers who are now on the channel about why I created the page, and it wasn't about my hair. And so it's really fun seeing them because there are still some things sprinkled throughout my page that's got some little hints of coaching type stuff. They've been really sweet about saying, hey, you can just coach us while you're doing your hair, or you can just do, so I'm, as we speak, figuring out ways to reconcile that some and make it a little bit more. Because another fun thing I did just this past week, another thing I do, I teach double dutch jump roping. And so that's again another part of me.
You are a
And
fascinating human being. You are a fascinating person.
so I was like, I'm gonna post a little short of me jumping double dutch. And I did, and it started dancing right away. Like
Oh.
it's only been up there like a week and it's got over 5,000 views already.
That's beautiful. So what
Yeah.
I see from you, I love that your audience is talking to you and telling you, this
Yes.
is what I always say in those comments. If you do it, if you just put yourself out there, you will
Yes.
start to see it. And yes,
Yeah.
sometimes it's slow. It's not always going to be 30,000 views the first
Yeah.
video. But if you didn't start before then, you wouldn't have had even those 160 subscribers and just like the
Exactly.
muscle built. So what I could see is I love that they're saying, yeah, coach us, because you think about all those beauty channels where they're applying makeup
Mhm.
while they're talking about something else. It's
Yes.
like really, really special. And I can see you totally doing that because you're going
Yeah.
to be this bright light for people. You're also going to speak
Mhm.
to them in a real way. So you
Mhm.
could get their attention with your hair, but bring
Yes.
them in and have them stay for the rest.
Right.
I could see you doing merch. That could
Mhm.
be one aspect of it, whether it's
Mhm.
like motivational shirts and different types of things, journals and all of that. I could see that going really well, and that could be the YouTube monetization and merch,
Mhm.
and just kind of combining that. You
Yes.
could also have in your description, hey, I still do these one-on-ones, so book it for 200 or whatever the price is. I don't know what you
Right.
charge, but you could still have that too.
So, Arlan, you did teach us in Arlan All Access about having a membership. Now,
Yes.
that is an area where I'm still kind of struggling because I haven't done well so far with
Yeah.
like managing the membership in a way where people are engaged and want to be a part. But what I have done in it is I've done like a 14-day challenge and I've done a
Mm,
12-week study, and that was
mm.
good. And so I only had, people popping in on those days that I'm going to be live on Zoom doing
Yeah.
this study.
Yeah.
So with the YouTube channel, I have invited people to be a part of that, and some have come over, to
Yeah.
be a part of the challenge and jumped on some of the Zooms. And so, what I'm thinking about doing now is because I have so many different areas of things I want to teach, I'm going to do like some little webinars and
Mm-hmm.
invite people to come over into that. And I do have a few offers inside my community on school where people
Yeah.
can access some of my offers in the coaching and stuff as well.
Would you mind if I gave you a little bit of coaching?
Absolutely.
Okay. So one thing I would say is the 14-day challenges. I know you're basing it a lot on what Giselle does, but
Okay.
14-day challenges are really tough unless you have
Okay.
it like really under control and you've done it multiple times. I would
Right.
do a 3 to 5 day challenge.
Okay.
Okay. I would try that, revamp it, make it fresh, make it
Okay.
exciting. The
Mhm.
other thing is they school just announced that they have a new hobby pricing. So it's
Okay.
$9 per month instead of $100 a month for school itself. So
Okay.
you could think about if you want to, they do take 10%. You know, you don't pay as much up front, but you pay more afterward. But either
Uh,
way, it's just something to note that you can be a little bit more experimental with it
okay.
for you to pay for school. And then the other thing is you say you have a few offers in school and
Mhm.
you also say it's not the membership is not really doing its thing, but you have to remember that there's two ways, at least now three ways with the double dutch, that people
Mhm.
are finding you and seeing you.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
what are they being told is that focused offer, one offer, and then what
Okay.
are they being told is the focused transformation or reason that they would join the membership. I think being finding like the one true path for someone, you can
Mhm.
have the different top of funnel, different
Mhm.
types of videos bringing people in.
Mhm.
That's fine. And that's going to be, I mean, you're doing a fantastic job of that. But they
Mhm.
very quickly, people need to understand what the value is in them joining even a free membership.
Mhm.
So finding that, and it's about light from you. I don't, it's something glowing. There's sun rays coming out of you. There's something like
Mhm.
that happening.
Mhm. I definitely could be a bit more clear about, what they will be getting. But I do like even when I'm doing some of the hair videos, I am talking about, hey, if you want to know more about, because they ask a lot of questions about my hair. They ask a lot of questions about some of the things they want me to be coaching them about. Because I've asked, hey, what are some things you would like to hear more of? What are some of your pain points? What are some things you're struggling with? And
Yeah.
so they've given me some ideas of things.
I think you have a couple options right now.
Okay.
Like if we were doing an inner circle call or something, like
Okay.
what I would say to you is what you could do is spend like the next 3 months not even
o-
worrying about monetizing a membership,
Okay.
just kind of putting that to the side and just going
Okay.
all in on just how can I get more people, more subscribers, more views,
Mhm.
and just get that groundswell while the getting's good,
Right.
while people are paying attention and have
Yeah.
fun with it because it sounds like you're having a blast, do all of
Yes.
that. And then it's like the more conversation you have with your audience through
Mhm.
different means, the more you'll know what that is. It's almost
Right.
like it's almost like it's a little ahead of its time, the membership.
Yeah.
And then I said there's two choices. The other choice is to do the opposite and but just very narrowly focus on what it is
Yeah.
instead of it. And that
Mhm.
could be, hey, this is my $9 a month hair
Mhm.
club, right? Like
Mhm.
that could be really interesting because you could build that out into something.
Mhm.
But I feel like whatever of those two really
Mhm.
spoke to you is where you
Okay.
should go. Does
Okay.
either one ping to you?
So again, when I've asked them, they've said, we like all of what you have. They really
Yeah,
say
but
that.
that's them getting everything for free. They're gonna
Well,
say what
that's
they're
true.
gonna
That is
say.
true.
Well, they're not gonna say we hate the hair part.
It's just,
They gotta decide with their
that's true.
dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I would say instead of only saying like there's a balance between hearing them
Okay.
and like only doing what they're saying,
Okay.
right? Because it's like the whole thing. If we'd asked them about if we'd asked the audience, they would have wanted faster horses instead of a
Yeah.
car,
Right.
right? So it's like. You make the determination
Yeah.
of which of these two paths you're going to take. Are you going
Mhm.
to go all in on YouTube and top of funnel? Or you're going
Okay.
to go all in, like for the next sprint, whatever,
Okay.
6 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever. Or you're going to go all in on like a very narrow membership or offer or both and just make the funnel follow it better. If
Okay.
you're, if I were giving you advice based on
Mhm.
that, I would tell you to do the former. I would tell
Okay.
you it is rare to have this type of momentum with YouTube.
Mhm.
And if you're split focused a little bit on trying to make the monetization work on something
Mhm.
else, you
Mhm.
might lose that very rare
Right.
momentum.
Mhm.
And on top of that, you are getting paid by YouTube. So there
Mhm.
is something coming in. And
Mhm.
like I said, maybe it's like, do you introduce one or two items of merch? Kind of tip dip a toe to see. Once I
Mhm.
do that, do these same people who have opinions and
Mhm.
who love the content actually open up the wallet, right?
Mhm.
And I think once
Mhm.
once you see the payment and the buying behavior
Mhm.
of that very energized audience,
Mhm.
it'll too help you steer in the right
Mhm.
direction.
Let me ask you this. One of the things I thought about, since I get tons of questions about, well, how do you do this? Well, I can't do this. Or what my hair is falling out because of XYZ. Oh, and I do need to add that I am a licensed cosmetologist. So
Bye, bye.
Arlen, that was my first job. Like I was a bootlegging hairstylist as a kid. And so when I turned 18, I was working at a factory, literally, and I flipped a coin. Like I literally went in the break room at lunchtime and flipped a coin and said, if it lands on head, I'm gonna go to school and get my license to do hair because I do it already. I'm just not legal. Or if it lands on tail, I'm going to stay here for a while and figure out what I want to do next. And it landed on head. I quit the next day and went to hair school. And
Love it.
got
So what are people, you were saying people are
so they're asking me things.
asking
So
these
I was going
questions?
to ask you, one of the things I thought about doing as an offer is like a Zoom session with them where I can actually look at what's going on, kind of like a
Yes.
consult.
I'm going to say this really, really clearly.
Okay.
Yes, do that.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, do that. I was
Yes.
thinking
Okay.
you might want to stick to more traditional coaching, but if that combines your coaching and
Yes.
your hair and the interest of the audience,
Yes.
it is absolutely the number one thing you should do. It
Okay.
is
Okay.
100%. You know that book a call that I said
Yeah.
earlier? That's
Uh-huh.
the book a call.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be other coaching because they don't know
Okay.
you from that. They know you from this hair that they can see the transformation in you.
Yes.
They're
Uh-huh.
like, boom, whatever that is, I want it.
Yes.
So yes, go with that, please, 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 please.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll do that right away
See how
because
that
that's
works.
yes.
Because what you've seen a lot of that.
Yes, well, no, they literally are like asking. I'm like, without me really seeing your hair, asking you a little bit more, about what you're doing, what you're eating, do you have health
Yes.
issues, all those things. I can't really, it's not a one size fit all. But if I can get on a one-on-one with you, I could probably zoom into what may be causing your hair to do what it's doing.
And let's talk about
Yeah.
the fact that women, Black women, we
Mm-hmm.
spend a lot of money on our hair
Yes.
every month, every
Yes.
year,
Yes.
thousands of dollars a year.
Yes.
It might be on wigs, it might be on
Yes.
upkeep, it might be on, I know for myself, the special stylist is that
Yes.
special stylist you're going to have with you wherever you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody spending a couple $100s to have a hair makeover from you,
Mm-hmm.
basically on Zoom,
Yeah.
is well worth it. And
Yes.
whatever price point you want, I'm
Yeah.
just saying the number out loud.
Yeah. And then I obviously have been thinking about products as well that
Yeah.
I can brand that because
Yeah.
they want to know. And so far right now, I've been boosting Top of the Brown because
Yeah.
I use some of her products that I
Yeah.
like.
I'm just gonna another coaching unsolicited, but
Okay.
we're
Okay.
here. I mean, people pay a lot of money to get my coaching, so I'll just
Yes.
go ahead and say yes to that. So what I would do is for at least the first year, not try to do your own product.
Okay.
Unless you have something that you're mixing at home, you love doing it, it's easy to get the ingredients and it's easy to ship, all of that. But if it's not those things,
Yeah.
find the perfect products, have
Uh-huh.
an affiliate page. You can
Okay.
even have a whole website that is
Okay.
your website
Okay.
that tells people, okay, if your hair is like this, do this. And all of it is affiliate links that you say on
Okay.
there. These
Okay.
are affiliate links.
Okay.
There are some great brands out there in the world.
Yeah.
Then you spend the time, you start to see their behavior, their buying behavior, what is working. People are certainly going to say, this didn't work for me, da 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 da. Then you say, well, I've worked on this for a year. I've had affiliates. I know what works and doesn't. I'm introducing a new serum based on your feedback of thousands of people, right?
Gotcha.
That to me is like just being someone who's invested in 200 companies and seeing
Yeah.
thousands of them,
Okay.
starting from that position rather than let me just see if I can make something that people, I hope people like and spend a lot of
Yeah.
money is much, much better.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, because even in researching, I was looking for somebody that could do all the things, but but
Oh, you have
yeah.
just have a really awesome landing page that
Okay.
clicks out. You can even
Gotcha.
do it with Lovable, with AI, with a Lovable page. You tell Lovable, I want to have a marketplace. I want to have my affiliate links on there.
Okay.
I can even, let's do it real quick. I'll
Okay.
share my screen. All right, so we're here on Lovable, which is an AI agent that I teach
Okay.
about in my other videos. And what you do is you can just tell it now, this is not going to be perfect because I'm not going to have all the things I normally have for this, like uploads and stuff. But
Okay.
maybe even, let me even do this. Create a marketplace landing page. Wait, yeah, landing page that has 6 rows of 3 items each that are all about hair care and accessories for this will complement my YouTube channel. What's your channel called?
The Cupology experience.
So I'm going to just see what it does with this. I don't know what it'll do. So you see, it's just going to work on this for a few minutes and it's going to spin up something. It is going to give us some foundation. It says, I'll create a beautiful marketplace landing page for your hair care and accessories business. So if you just do this, and anybody
Mhm.
watching, this is why we do this, is because
Mhm.
anybody watching can take something that they love, something
Mhm.
that is interesting to them, something that they would be talking about anyway, and turn it into an entire business. And your top of funnel could very well be YouTube, which is the most exciting thing to me. So while this
Mhm.
works in the background, you
Okay.
mentioned that your second video, what did your second video do? We've been talking about your first video. What did the second video do?
It says, turn your afro into beautiful curls in minutes. That was the title. But on the thumbnail, it says, create this easy, natural style in minutes. And it's a picture of my afro. And then I did these flat twists to turn them into curls. And so I walked them, and that one is a 14-minute video.
And how many views does it have so far?
So it's been up for 1 month and it has 86,000 views.
Wow. Like how many videos have you done since that first one?
So I've done about 12 videos since that second one. So about 14 total in a month and a half.
Great. This time it says, I love the concept. A marketplace landing page for hair care and accessories from a black woman with gorgeous white hair teaching others about their hair. This will be stunning. Look how it's talking. I mean, it's just it gets it, right? It gets it better than a
It
lot of people would
does.
have maybe gotten it if we were talking to them. This is what it's all about. If you're watching this part of the video, let us know in the comments what has been the most exciting part of the video for you and what you think you will do with your own hobby or your own this or that. Think about this. You have a YouTube channel, you post what you
Mhm.
want to post about, you start to get comments and you start to see what people want to see more of. It could be about your hair, it could be about anything that you want it to be about. And as Quiana explained, it doesn't have to necessarily be about something really buttoned up. Okay, so hopefully this works. Whoa, okay, great start. Transform your regal hair journey. Obviously, all of this can be changed, all the words can be changed. It's still working. But this is where it'll have the different products. And when
I
you click
love
here, what we'll
that.
say is, okay, this will just simply click out to the affiliate. You don't even have to be able to take payments on this page. You just click, and this will have your affiliate link, and it'll have the price and a picture of it, and it'll just take you out, and it'll take you to tab of this product if she has an affiliate program. It'll take you to this, that, and the other, right? So clarifying deep clean shampoo. It's also giving some ideas. All of this can be changed. Deep conditioning hair mask. And in the whole thing, you could say, "Oh, I don't like the colors. Let's change the colors." Or I want it to look like this, or that. But this is what we're talking about. This took about maybe 5 to 7 minutes.
Yes. I love
Even
it.
with an error, it did that. I had to do it again, and it did that. And at the bottom, it has, "Hey, here's shipping info, returns, and anything here." And we would get rid of the affiliate program, but anything here, you would just explain, "Hey, this is an affiliate shop." You definitely say these are all affiliate links because you have to be able to say that. But can you
Mhm.
see how it could turn into something really cool?
Yes, I like that.
Yeah, and this is actually the better preview of it. So this is just an idea for everyone watching. Look how we took a YouTube channel and turned it into a business in
Mhm.
5 minutes.
I love it.
That is just too cool. What is your biggest takeaway from the last few weeks? And what would you say to somebody who is considering joining All Access? I mean, they can do this in other ways. They can do this on their own. I encourage people to. But what was that difference with having All Access as part of it?
So being a part of All Access, the accountability, I feel like the community itself has so much momentum in it,
Yeah.
and it's hard to wake up and tap inside of all Arlen's All Access and not feel what for me feel convicted about moving and doing something and being accountable because lots of things are happening. People are getting results. You're paying for it. So it's like it
Yeah.
really does hold you accountable. And I
Yeah.
think I know if I wasn't a part of it, I probably wouldn't be moving as fast as I am because the
Yeah.
competitive side of me don't like to feel left behind. And so when
Yeah.
I'm looking around and I see people inside the group moving and getting results and posting and encouraging each other, it really just helped me to stay the course. Like even when I took a break from YouTube, because I was still in there seeing people get results and moving, I'm like, okay, now I got to go back out there.
Yeah.
I gotta do. So being myself, I stopped doing and started being and embracing what that feels like and trusting that. So being just me and really carrying that on and trusting that I can do that and it will manifest. And it did.
You know what's really cool is that now people in the membership are looking at you for inspiration. And
Yes,
they're going to be interviews in the future that say, "I started watching what Quiana was doing." And
that's
that's what made
exactly
me do
right.
this. So that is really awesome. Another thing I noticed is that you said earlier you're getting $600 or so as your first YouTube payment. That's how much it costs for a year in All Access. So in 1 month, you're getting the whole year back. And what's better than that?
It's incredible and it's worth it.